We on? It's a new day, and I've let this stain dry overnight, and it looks like once it's dry, it's closer of a match. Still different shades between the growth rings and the knot holes of the two different boards. I will be going out braving a blizzard to try to track down some of this later. But the next thing on the list is to build another one of these. Now, before I went in last night, I did give these a light sanding where all the joints are. It'll get a little bit more sanding just to get it completely flush, and then it'll get the wire wheel treatment. This is where my design is a little bit different than what I have seen on YouTube and other tutorials around the internet. Is that I'm gonna picture frame this in. This one goes down there, and we have another one here, and then the boards will go inside like that, all the way across, and then the other frame goes on, and it all gets sandwiched together. What I'll probably do is I'll run both sides through the table saw and take like a 1/16 off of each end, just to get everything perfectly true on the outside here. The reason I'm doing this is these only come in 8-foot lengths, and my door is 100 inches. You can, if you've got a smaller door, because you're never going to see the top and you're never going to see the bottom, is what you do is you just start these right up to the edge. Start this right up to the edge, or just overhang it like that, and run them all the way across, and then run each edge through a table saw just to zip off everything and make sure all three pieces are true. A lot of times what you're going to find on the internet, actually 99% of everyone I looked up, was a face frame and then just these boards nailed on the back side, and that was it, and you hang your hardware and you're done. Since I want a finished side on both the front and the back, I am going to do 2 face frames with this sandwiched in the middle, and another picture frame containing these tongue and groove boards. Hope that makes sense. As it goes together, it'll be self-explanatory. One thing I forgot to mention about this Craig jig here, along with setting the drill bit depth, you also have to adjust this drill block here to the depth or the thickness of your wood. So this is set at 3/4 of an inch, and the drill collar is set at 3/4 of an inch. Now this frame that I'm putting on, it's going to be glued on with Titebond 2 wood glue, and nailed on 16 gauge finish nailer with 1 1/4 inch nails. That is extreme overkill on the coverage of this glue. But it definitely won't be popping loose when this thing starts expanding and contracting with the changes in humidity. Well, I realized the battery died while I was clamping this up. Now, the tops and the bottoms, you're never going to see this seam, but the side seams here, I want this, all three of these, all the face frames and this middle piece, to be as sandwiched as tight as possible, so that there is just the finest line, if a line at all, when you're looking at the side of it. This one isn't on yet because I got all my clamps on that side there. This tool here I built and designed to weather wood. I used some plywood, a bearing, some PVC, a bolt, and two 6-inch coarse wire wheels meant to go in a bench grinder. I recorded the whole process while I built this, and I'll be releasing that video either after the door is done, or if I get some comments and they want to see it before the door is done, I'll release it next. What this wire wheel is doing is it's scratching out the softwood in between the tighter growth rings. This gives it a weathered look that a lot of people are into these days. Whew. I got 2 boards left, and as you can see, there's a lot of dust. I just realized I don't have my fans on, and it's very noticeable that there's a lot more dust in the air than yesterday when I had the fans running. So if you're wondering if they improve air quality, my personal opinion is they definitely clean the air. Like, there's dust particles everywhere in the air right now, and yesterday I didn't notice anything. Time for an update on the barn door and all my weathered wood. I'm going to give you a close-up, show you what it looks like, and take you into that room and show you what I'm doing over there. Not sure how well the camera's going to pick this up, but that's the look that wood gets when it's been left out in the environment. So over here, I'm staining the actual tongue and groove planks that are going to go in that door. You can see I got this one pulled out. There's a significant difference between these 4 boards and that one there, and that one there is just way different. You can see how tight the grain pattern is on all these. You got the nice lines. And you go over to this one, and it's cut completely different, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. So that one, I may still end up being able to do something with that, but that is not going in the door. When you do that scratching out of the softer wood, you're gonna get a darker stain than if this was completely sanded smooth. So keep that in mind if you're ever doing this, is it's gonna be dark. Now, to contrast that, what I'm going to do is take 120 sandpaper, and I'm going to just hit the highs, and that's going to get it, the high points are going to be sanded off and be a lot lighter. Not sure if that makes much sense, but you can already tell that these are lighter, because when I wipe the stain off, the rag does not get down in there to those little grooves, but it does hit these high points here. So when I hit it with the sander here, it's going to make things, it's going to lighten things up and give it more of a contrast. That's the end of part 2. Leave a comment below of what you think about these multi-part video series. Do you like them in smaller 15-20 minute video sections, or would you rather just see a 1-hour video on the project? This here is my drill attachment tool. Let me know also in the comments, would you like to see this video next on how I built this? And it's pretty interesting because I use a wood lathe to turn this bolt down to the size that would fit into my drill chuck. This just goes right into here. Tighten that up. And you're ready to go weather some wood. I get a lot of comments in my videos that my tools are outdated. I don't have brushless tools. And I do. I just choose to keep them in this workshop rather than take them to work every day. I'm sure someday these will make it out to the trailer when those ones die, and I'll get new ones for in here. But until those old 18-volt XRPs kick the bucket, I'm going to continue to use them. I put a picture of this up on my Instagram yesterday, and it got a lot of comments that people had never seen a pipe, drain pipe, made out of lead before. This is very common in older houses, and I decided to cut it out because I did see this here. It's got some sort of hole eaten through it, and it could be clogged up. The top part where water doesn't get to, this is all galvanized, is really clean and clear, and this is where the air goes in and out when you when water goes down through your P-trap. So yes, this is lead, and stay up to date with what I'm currently working on. Always go to my Instagram page and you can see. There's about 2,100 Instagram followers right now, and I'd like to get that number bumped up to around 5,000. So I've had the link or the tag right here for my Instagram. So just type that in, or there'll be a link in the description box or in the first pinned comment. Or you can just click it or poke it and it'll take you right to the Handyman. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate all the feedback I've been getting over the last, well, since I started doing this. Got a lot of new people, so hopefully you're sticking around and checking out my other videos.